How's it going? Today I'm going to show you how to use OBS Studios for both live streaming and recording video. Here we go. The very first thing you're going to do is download OBS Studios. Once you have it downloaded onto your PC, and I'll put a link in the description to the website, fire it up once you get it on your desktop, and you're going to be presented with, bear with me here, it's a little bit of streamception here, but it's just going to dig into this here. So ignore this top half here. We're going to kind of shrink this so that you're not staring at it a whole bunch here. But what we're going to look at here is the scenes. Now, the first thing you're going to want to set up is a scene. The scene is where everything falls under. So what you're seeing here with my webcam, my desktop, this is all a scene. The first thing you need in this is the monitor, right? This is my primary monitor. Now, I use two monitors for this typically. I have OBS on one. You can do it with one monitor though. Set it up so that it's streaming the monitor that you're seeing. So in this case, it's this monitor here. Display 2, because it's my second monitor, which is this one here. So it's capturing this monitor. It gives you the option for all three. So you can change it. For example, like this is just my other desktop. We can go back to primary monitor is what it's called here. It's set as my primary. It's red as my primary. Basic kind of rule of thumb here for you. So once you have this set up, all you got to do, click the plus here. You name your scene. It's going to create the scene here. For example, YouTube, which is what I use for YouTube videos. And then it also provides you with your sources. Now you're not going to have a thing in your sources, so you're going to have to set this up so that you have your desktop on the screen. So the first thing you set up is your desktop. So for example, for the sake of this, I'm going to take my webcam out of this here. I'm going to turn this off because what you'll be prompted with is just a black screen. You won't even have the display on here. So it'd just be a black screen like this. So you set up your monitor by just pushing the plus. I'm just sitting in the middle of the screen here. I'm trying to take this away. There we go. Okay. So to get it enabled, all you got to do is just push the plus at the bottom here. You're going to go to display capture, create new. You will not have any of the existing yet because these are ones that I've already added. You create new, and it just prompts you to pick the monitor that you want. So for example, in this situation, primary monitor, we'd pick this, and it brings us back to OBS here. It's as simple as that. That's just for setting up your display capture. Now that's what you're seeing here on the screen. To do anything past this here, we're gonna get rid of this and turn the webcam back on. There it is. So for the webcam, now to get this added in, you just want to make sure it's above your primary source. So, or your primary source. The primary source here is going to be the monitor. That's what everything is coming through. So monitor has to be at the very bottom because we want pretty much everything on top of that, unless for some reason you want your webcam buried behind it and nobody's seeing you. But to add it in, same as you'd add in the display capture. As long as it's connected to your PC, you click the plus down here. You're going to go up to, I believe it'd be video capture device here. For example, I already have in this situation it to my existing. So once you already have it added on one, you can add it to any scene from the existing spot. Makes it nice and simple for you. So you're just going to click create new. You'll name it whatever you want to name it. We'll go webcam in this situation. You create it. Oh, it's already in use, but you'll create it, pick your webcam, and then boom, it's going to drop it in. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be about this big. Okay, now if it's this big, don't fret. There's a couple things that you can do. You just click on it on your OBS scene like so, and you drag it. Or, yeah, I don't know if y'all can see that actually. So you click on it in the corner, and then you can drag it, just like so. Super simple for you. To crop it, now, every time I'm playing a game, I don't want to have all of this space. There's a lot of space here. There's a lot to look at. So what I do is I crop my camera down a little bit here. So on the edge of where your webcam is here, all you got to do is hold the Alt button on your keyboard and click and drag. As simple as that. It's going to crop it. Now, it's not going to make it smaller. So you do have to do a little bit of tampering around with it, find out where you're sitting, try to find like the best spot, and you can kind of shrink it down, make it the right size, really kind of mess around with your camera settings, but it allows you to have a little bit kind of more up close and personal. So when I'm playing a game, instead of having all that room, you're just presented with me. You get straight raw reaction. That's what your viewers want. They don't want to see your whole room while you're playing a game. So setting up something like this on one scene, and then maybe on your intermission one, for example, like I have here, I have my whole room. So if I need to get up and do something, I'm not limited to that little amount of space here. I've got a lot of area to move around. It's easily able to be managed there, opposed to if I had to like kind of shrink it, drag it every single time, right? So you can set that up, and a live screen, boom, we're right back into that action there. Another thing you're going to want to make sure to put in here, and I almost forgot to grab this, is your audio. You're not going to have any audio on here, and that's a big problem, especially if you're streaming or recording. So make sure you're adding your audio in same way you'd add in any other source or any other kind of scene here. By going to the plus at the bottom, you're going to go to audio capture, input capture. This is for a microphone. So you go to audio input capture, same way you'd pick your regular microphone in something like Discord, or if you're using something like Voicemeeter, you want to make sure you pick whatever the voice is coming out of. So in this example, I'm using something called Voicemeeter. So all of my audio goes from my mic to Voicemeeter, and then from Voicemeeter to my computer. So I need to make sure that this is set for Voicemeeter. In this situation, I don't have it set as Voicemeeter, so I can go through this as well. We're going to set this one as Voicemeeter. Actually, I think I do, but it's just disguised as voice mod right now. So we'll set it as Voicemeeter, and then in here, you get your default, boom, right there, Voicemeter. I click on that. Just for the sake of it, it's actually not looking like it's picking up, but I think it's because I have my Voicemeter routed through my voice mod. That's the only reason why. Because if I go to this, I think Voicemeter, yeah, okay. So it's my Voicemeter output coming through here, and then like I said, in here we got the output as well. So it just kind of replicated it here. So I think it just deleted it. Otherwise, you'll just hear me twice, right? Yeah, I think so. So that's how you set up your audio, and then same goes for desktop. It's just another output capture. You don't want to set another audio input capture, because then it's going to just try to pick up another mic. You're not going to get your desktop audio. As long as you set up another audio output capture here, which just looks like this one here. So there's output capture, which is your computer. Input capture is your mic. So you want to set up both of these as well. Set this to, I believe it's just your primary monitor. Or wherever you have all of your audio going. For me, it's just my headphones. So it may be your headphones as well. To check that, you just got to go into your audio settings here, go to open sound settings, and it'll be this one here. For example, right now it's my monitor if I wanted to record it there. So we don't have any audio being recorded right now. Add in stuff like the overlays and such like this. All you got to do is you're going to go right back into your sources here. Now bear with me, there's a lot here. This is for my stream setup. So this is everything that's involved in my stream, whether it comes to adding people in, an extra monitor added in, stuff like that. The only thing you need to do to add something like a picture here around it is find the JPEG, make sure it's transparent, and you're going to just drop it in as a regular picture. So all you got to do for that is just click the plus down here. You're going to go to either, if it's a video, because sometimes you can have like the kind of GIF ones, you can do VLC, depends how you pull it in here. In this case here, it's just a image. So in my webcam folder here, we've got, oh, I think this may actually be VLC here. So it's just this does play, as you can see, but if it was a picture, you just put the picture in. Drag it there, put it underneath your webcam, over top of your webcam, depends what you have. If you have borders, you probably want to put your webcam underneath. But then it's just a matter of organizing it here in the sources. Very straightforward. It's not very, very complicated. If you guys have questions, like I said, I can answer any of them in the comments below. I've got no problem setting this kind of stuff up. I've done it for multiple people, so I got no trouble helping you guys out. None at all. If you have any questions, drop them below. Come by the Twitch stream. We're live every day, probably live if you're watching this. But thank you for dropping in. This video is strictly requested by Crimson, and I'm glad I was able to put it together for you, buddy. So enjoy. I hope you guys have grand old times on OBS, and if you have any questions, please do reach out. Take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.